Hey, Charlie, how are you?
Hey, Jimmy. Good. How you doing?
Good, man. I don't know if you know more news about rescheduling and games postponed. I'm just wondering, as a player, what's that been like for you? Just kind of trying to follow along and adapt as it goes on here.
We just try to do the best you can with it. You know, it's going to be some challenges. We knew that coming in. So you just got to make sure you do the right, follow the protocols and making sure you're doing everything you can to be safe, to have those people around you be safe, and just keep enforcing those and following the rules. Sometimes it's out of your control. It's, this is a crazy, crazy thing that's going on. It's been going on for almost a year now. But we just got to follow and do the best we can with it. And there's going to be things that come up, and we'll just work through them. And, our team, the league, everyone's going to do their part and make sure we limit it as much as possible.
Thanks, man.
Sure.
Go next to Joe McDonald.
Hey, Charlie.
Hey.
I know Butch likes to talk to a centerman about, different skill sets for what they want for their wingers. But if you could create what are your perfect skill sets for each winger that you like to play with?
It's a great question.
Give me a great answer. Come on.
I've never really had my pick, so a lot of times throughout the year you're playing with different guys all the time, so you just learn to adapt.
Right.
But I like playing with at least one speedy winger, and then probably the guy who shoots the puck a lot. I'm more of a pass first guy, so I want to get better at that and shoot the puck more. But I guess off the top of my head, that's what I would be looking for. Right now I'm playing with Bjork, who he does like to shoot the puck, and he can fly. And then we got JD, who can fly down the wing too, and he likes to shoot. So I guess it's right there for us. So I guess I got what I want.
Thanks, Sean.
Go next to Dan Roach.
Hey, Charlie, how you doing?
Good. How you doing?
All good, thank you. Just a quick question about, Charlie had to leave practice yesterday to get some dental work done with a chip in the tooth. What, from a human perspective, what's that like? Have you ever had any dental work? And it's kind of one of those accepted things in hockey, but from the outside looking in, it's like, it sounds so simple, but you look at Craig Smith with no teeth and what have you, it's kind of strange to watch.
Yeah, it is. I've had my fair share of stick to the teeth in practice. I've lost a couple or chipped my front two ones here. I think my first four are all from games and practices. So it happens. It's hockey. That's it comes with it. It's unfortunate, and it's just the work that you have to do after. Try to get off the ice, got to go to the dentist, do that. I've been under it where I've been in practice and kind of like a day today where we practice and then go right on the plane and fly somewhere. And I've got my teeth knocked out then. So you got to rush to the dentist as fast as you can, get undressed, miss part of practice, get them fixed up as best you can, and go right to the plane. Hopefully you don't miss the flight to wherever you're going. So it's just not an ideal thing, but it comes with it. So you got to expect it at some point. I guess it happens to everyone.
Is there pain, and is there do you worry about long-term how you're going to look when you're like my age?
It's never really crossed my mind. I think there's so many different things you can do with them, whether you're fake teeth or, I've been lucky. I think I chipped mine, so you can just kind of add on a little bit. And I don't know. I don't have the best teeth, but I don't think I have the worst teeth. I think it'd be tough to say, but I guess it depends what you get in the mouth, how hard you get hit, but it just comes with it. You learn to adapt to it, and I don't really worry about it too much. It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Thank you.
Sure.
We'll go next to Sophia.
Hey, Charlie. I just wanted to follow up with a question earlier, and I want to remain positive here, but I'm actually just curious about the same question about the rescheduled games, and was just wondering if down the line, obviously it's going to depend on how the team's doing, if more of this happens, and if, how injuries or how the bodies are feeling. But as a player, if you guys are doing well and you don't want to lose that momentum, what would you want the days when you're not playing to look like? Would you want Bruce to do scrimmages just to keep you guys as fit or whatever as heated as possible, or what do you think that's going to look like? Because I imagine a fear of losing momentum might creep in, maybe not, but just curious about your mind state around that. And thank you.
I think we just try to remain positive as best we can, and just if something comes up, then we do the best we can to go about that the right way and what we're feeling, what our schedule is kind of like around that time. So if it's necessary to take a day off or two, then we do it. If we're feeling like we're good to go and we want to come in and maybe get a scrimmage in, or whatever we're feeling, then we'll do that. It's hard to say. It just depends on the timing, how we're doing, how we're feeling. So it's tough to answer that right now. But as we did the other day, we kind of had a day or two off, which I think was necessary, and it's good to get a break, at some point, and just kind of reset the mind, reset the body, and come back, even more hungry to play and practice. So it's tough to say, but we'll see when the time comes. If it happens again, then we'll just hit it in stride and make that decision then.
Great. Thank you.
You got it.
Take our final question from Chris Ryan.
Hey, Charlie, second best win percentage for you guys in the National Hockey League. And I'm curious as to what you see as being the key reasons as to why you've had this success early.
I think a lot of different guys have shown a lot, from our goaltenders, who have I feel like we talk about them all the time, but they deserve it. It's especially early on, those overtime game, shootout games, we're getting points, when we probably shouldn't have. And they kept us in it, and they come up with those timely saves, which is huge for us. It keeps us in games, gets us an extra point or two that are so huge down the road. Younger guys stepping up, our D-core, those guys in the back end there who have, some guys who haven't played a whole lot of games, but have been doing their part and really making a difference and playing with confidence. And you can see it grow, and as each game goes on, as we play. Our leadership, just doing what they usually do, and different guys stepping up and offering a voice and showing, leading by example. It's kind of everyone taking a part and doing that, which helps, especially when you have younger guys coming in and playing the first couple of games or whatever the case is. So it's been huge. It's been a lot of different things, and I still think we can play better. There's been some games where, we haven't had the best start, or we haven't scored right away, but we're still playing well. But that stuff will come. But we learn to stay with it. We've had those few games where we come back late and we finish the job, and that's a good sign. We don't want to rely on that, but it's still a work in progress, and we're looking to get better and better. Each day you come to the rink and come to practice, that's what you want, and that's what we're capable of. So that's what keeps you excited to see what else we can do here.
I want to ask you about the Rangers too, and your takeaway on what you've seen from them. And is there a particular mindset that you have against a young hockey team, and whether it's physicality or getting off to a quick start when a team is kind of searching for its identity still?
Yeah, I think a quick start is always what you want. It doesn't always happen that way. It's some good teams in this league, but that's the mindset going in, and just sticking with your game. Like I kind of just mentioned, sometimes you're playing well and you're down a goal or two, and what can you do then? It's one thing to kind of change up and not trust your game because you haven't scored, or trust it. We learn to trust our game and what we do well, and more times than not, it's going to pay off for us, and we're going to come back and we're going to put the puck in the net. So just having that mindset, don't worry too much. We know what to expect from them, as far as system-wise, how they play. But I think for the most part, we focus on ourselves and how we play, how we get prepared and focus, and we just play our game all the way through. And I think we trust that, and it's going to be a good result for us.
Thanks, Charlie.